Okay, today we're gonna replace a water heater in my house, well, my parents' house. You can see it's leaking already from the top, and then so we're gonna just replace the water heater. First of all, you gotta turn the breaker for the power off. Otherwise, just to make sure you're not gonna get electricity or something that can damage yourself, can hurt yourself. So it's a lot of leaks here. So when it's about time, it's been like 11 years with this water heater, so it's about time to replace it. You can see it's everywhere. I mean, it's water everywhere. Um, so let's go ahead and do it. We're gonna turn the water off first, the water off, and then we're gonna turn the breaker off, the water heater breaker off. As you can see, it's labeled. It should be labeled in your breaker box. What it says right there, water heater. So we turn it off, okay? So after that, we're gonna disconnect the electrical plug first. It's only 3 wires. It's black and I think it's red, and then the ground. So it's only 3 wires, okay? So after we disconnect, remember you had to. We don't have power right now here because we turn the water heater breaker off. Okay, make sure that you do that before touching anything. That's under your responsibility. I'm just showing you. This is my own water heater. I don't do this for life. I'm just placing my own. Okay, so just be careful, and then very, very, very careful. Okay, so you just pull it out, the wires, make sure you can tape them. And now I'm gonna cut the hot water line. I just bought this little thing to cut the lines, and then all you gotta do is just place it right here, and then tie it, and then as you can see, it's already off like that. Look, this is the little thing that you had to buy to cut the if you have this is an old house, so this is the way it has before. Okay, as you can see, I'm doing it on this side, on the cold water side. The hot water side is on, so every 2 3 turns you gotta tie it and keep going until you cut it all the way. Okay, like this. It's pretty easy. I mean, um, you just make sure there's no water coming. If you don't have the valve here to turn the water off, go outside on the main valve and turn it off. Okay. Now when I had to cut this one on the side, this is the I think the how do you say, the pressure valve that you can open it once a year for maintenance. Just cut it off, and you'll be good to go. It's only 3 lines, as you can see, 3 lines in the wire things, the electrical wires. That'll be all. After that, you don't have to empty it out. Well, I'm gonna use a two-wheeler to take it out because it's heavy. This is how it looks like right now when it's empty. That's the wires, that's the water lines. The one on top is cold and hot water, okay? And then I just use a two-wheeler like this one, as you can see, to take it to the garage. And this is a new one. I already bought the new one. It's a 40 gallons. Just try to use the same one. This is a skinny one, 40 gallons, because otherwise sometimes the room where they are, it's just barely fit. So I got the same one. It's a little taller, so I had to cut more the lines. But this is 40 gallons. I paid like $480. I spent like almost $600 with all these fittings for this. So I'm not gonna use any welding at all. Okay. So first of all, this is the new water heater. Just take the cups off. I think you have to do it like this. Uh, just take them off. Just the cups. I don't know if you really need to have to, but I just wanna remove them. Like this. Use the there you go, like this. There you go. See? So yeah, I think you have to. Well, and then put Teflon. Put the fittings. It's a 3 quarts for water heaters. So just go buy them. Buy the ones you can just plug it in. You don't have to weld. We're not gonna welding anything at all. So it's easier, and safety, especially for people like us that we don't really like or how to weld. Okay, now the second one. Make sure you just get all the fittings. Put a lot of Teflon around the threads, because otherwise it will leak, guys. So just put like a bunch of nice Teflon around the threads. So what we're gonna do is just cut the lines and put the fittings. Okay, like the one on the side right here. You just go like that. Tie pretty good. Okay, remember, because otherwise it will leak. You can always tie them out more, when you install them, but this is the way. Make sure you get this kind of awesome. This is a great fittings, so you can just plug in the cover. Okay, when I use the first one right here, where we cut the line all the way to here, we measure it. So just measure it the right way. All you gotta do is just push it in. That's it. Yeah, just like that. See, when I cut it a little bit more, just a little bit more. Okay, just make sure you don't get too much. You just measure it you want. It could be different on yours than mine. Just a little bit. So there you go. Just push it in. Make sure it's straight, and you hear the click like that. Yeah, there you go. Now it's nice and tight. Now we're gonna use the other fittings to plug it in. That's it. You see, as you can see, it's pretty easy. You just cut. We're gonna cut. We bought a 2 feet copper. It's copper. I'm not sorry. Copper, just to cut, the little lines like this. Look. There you go. We push it in, and the other one is like that. See how it looks like? There you go. See, that's the line right there. Make sure it's all the way in there, and it's perfect. Just perfect fits. So you don't have to weld it. Now when I continue with the left hand side, the cold water, the hot water, because the cold is done, as you can see. So let's cut it like this. It's pretty simple, guys. When you don't have to weld, it's very simple, very easy. So just cut it. Try to measure the right way your fittings. See, as you can see right there. I'm gonna put the other fitting, the coupler. I don't know how you call it. Forgot. Push it all the way. Make sure it's straight, nice and tight. Yeah, like that. And then when I put the copper to see how much more do we need to cut. Alright, as you can see, I'm gonna just install it all the way. So now it's all the way. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut until I can get the other side there. Mm-hmm. And I don't even have to measure it, just by look, like this. I just kind of do like what you have to do to cut it. There you go, cut it. Okay, so I spent like $600, guys, just to replace my, with all the lines and the fittings and the cutter. That's what I spent, about $600. All right, and this is for 4 years. The warranty is for 4 years. All right, as you can see, where I put the other piece right there, the corner one, like, and just make sure you marry it the right way right here, because it's, right there. This is right here. Okay, I'm gonna start cutting. Okay, so we already put it down there. So now we're gonna just cut the top piece. Remember, it's copper, so you gotta have the straight, almost very straight line, straight, like this. I just try to do it. Just cut it with the other hand, holding the copper tube. And you can see. There you go. So now get it in. There you go. Nice. You wanna, you can see it was a little more. It is a little bit bigger than the other side, but they're both working pretty good. Okay, as long they got a good grip, that works perfect. All right, so that's it on the one for cold and hot water, guys. There you go. Make sure they're all the way, click in, and that's it. Now we're gonna use the one on the side, so we're gonna cut it a little more for the line, and we're gonna use one of our old ones that we cut for this line. Okay, as you can see, put the one right there, click it in, yeah, just like that, push it in. As you can see, when we using one of these, the old ones we have, like we just cut it with the other old lines. Yeah, just measure it, especially on this one, because it's harder, because it's the one on the corner. It's not really important. That's just the pressure relief valve. It's a relief valve, pressure relief valve. All right, so we got our lines. We're doing the cutting, cut it, just like that. I should be put the other one first, I think will be easier, but well, whatever. Just make sure it's push it in all the way. And now, yeah, I should be put the other one first, because that way I got more grip on the other side, to move, to work, to play around. But you can do it better than me. But I'm just gonna show you how simple it is, and then if you wanna do it yourself, I know there's some plumbers that they're looking at me and say, "Oh, look at this guy, how dumb it is, But hey, I just doing the right way anyway, As long as it's not leaking and it's working, that's all. That's all it matters, And then especially when you don't have the money to pay a plumber, because plumbers are very expensive. All right, I just got it. I'm gonna turn the water on. At the same time, I'm gonna there you go. See, no leaks. No leaks at all. I'm gonna open the faucet, until the hot water is coming out, just to make sure there's water, until it fill it up. That's a relief valve. You don't have to mess with a relief valve only once a year. It's what it says in the manual, that you just there you go. We got now water, so we're good to go. So we got water. We don't have any more leaks. So now we're gonna go ahead and do the electrical wires next. Okay. So just working out on this one. I try to push it all the way like it was before, and for some reason this is small compartment in here, so I tape all the way around. So, but I will fix it later. Okay, but in this video I didn't show the right way to just put all the wires in there. This little room is always closed anyway, so there's no kids around, and it's very tall water here, so there's no way the little kids will reach all these wires. Okay, but yeah, just hiding in there just like it used to be on the other one. Put all the wires, use the same or new caps for there you go, put all the way down there. Yep, like that. I'll try to install the ground screw. It was a little harder to do it, but so now the water are on, it's filled up. All we got to do now, put the wire back, all the wires, and then after that we're gonna go to the breaker box and turn it on. Turn the water heater breaker box on. Okay, see the breaker box again. Now from off water heater, we're gonna turn it on. There you go. That's good. Alright guys, we'll let it warm it up for an hour. Now that we have hot water, we don't have any leaks at all. Everything is nice and tight. I hope you guys can do the same way you had to do yours. But if it's older than 5 years, your water heater, it's about time to replace it if it's leaking or doing something weird things, Now even we have more pressure water coming from the bathtub. There you go, no leaks. Thank you very much guys for watching, and have a nice day.